Alright, I'm back. Uh, fifth straight L. Tough. Very unfortunate. Like I keep saying, I say the same thing every time. But, this is the new combine. And first trade on it was a L. It doesn't get easier. It doesn't. But today we had 7:30 news, hour before market open, and then at 9 a.m., which kind of when news dropped at 9 a.m. today, that kind of like started the trend to, or that was like the point of reversal to eventually stop us out, which is unfortunate. I took this trade on or the S&P today. I'm gonna go straight into it. We were severely bearish coming into the day. Just like yesterday, we're just selling off pretty hard. As I mentioned yesterday, this week in the S&P 500 is historically the worst week of the year. So I thought we were going to continue that trend. And with the higher time frames, we still are. But intraday, we after selling off so hard, market open, we had a reversal. And it sucks that we were on the other side of it. We were coming into these, on the NASDAQ, we're coming into this fair value gap right here. In the next 22 minutes, we could end up closing above that fair value gap, but I mean, so with that, I was really bearish. Just like yesterday, I had a bearish bias. Yeah, so we go on the 5 minute. Like I said, market open right here. I'm gonna delete this. This is the macro. The macro starts. So market opens. We see a sell-off immediately, big sell-off, and so that was just proving my bias was correct for the time being. After that, I wanted to see a retracement to look for a potential entry to go short, to go lower. And I will say, like yesterday, just like yesterday, these two trades were based on continuations. I will say they weren't based on like the traditional like liquidity sweep I like to take the trade based on. But I mean, I had a strong bias to know where market likely would want to go, and I was being patient enough just wait for a pullback of some sort, a retracement to a high time or a high probability, in my opinion, retracement. We came into equilibrium from these recently we made highs on the 5 minute and these range lows, and then we have fair value gaps we can retrace into. And yeah, we get a bearish reaction. We can After that, I'm scaling in the 1 minute. This is literally almost identical from yesterday. We break structure, 1 minute structure right here, I believe. Yeah. So we ended up breaking 1 minute structure, tapping into equilibrium perfectly, tapping in all these fair value gaps, and on the 5 minute, tapping into a 5 minute gap. After that, we get a break of structure, a bearish reaction, and then eventually the break of structure, and I entered. Pretty simple, and it just like literally perfect entry to go the opposite direction. I can't I can't even count it on my fingers how many times this has happened where I've entered and it's just like the worst, just not like a good execution. Um, it's like making me it's convincing me that like break of structures and all that is just like doesn't work, because break of structure happens and then it doesn't matter, just break structure back to the upside easily like that in like a couple minutes. But yeah, like I said, was 9 o'clock news right here. Literally the start of the move to eventually stop us out. So that was the move. It's pretty crazy because I mean, everybody that just invest, not even day trade. Everyone was down, like, depending on how much bread you got, down 6 figures, 5 figures, and then literally like an hour later, you're like at break even or you're up on the day. But yeah, I mean, I don't think the right words would be this doesn't make sense, but it's just like, damn, I thought. And also, I was targeting this draw on liquidity, this big wick. This was my draw on liquidity, and I was just like, yeah, I really thought we were gonna go down and take those lows out since we're just dumping so hard. I was just waiting for a 5-minute retrace, and I thought that was a strong draw on liquidity right there. And I was wrong. I risked it 750. I got stopped out like probably 1 or 2 points before this high, which doesn't really make sense, but So that means we're like, yeah, we're 1.2 thousand away from blowing another funded or another combine. And yeah, I'm really, if you're wondering how I'm doing mentally, after this trade, I will say it was frustrating losing again, because I just like, I was like, seeing like a reversal like this, seeing a candle like this go in the opposite direction of where you want the market to go, is just like, damn. And then just seeing it, and then seeing like this fair value get formed, and then us dipping into it, it was just like, yeah, I kind of know how this is gonna be. And it's like the same thing. Whenever I lose a trade, it's like the same way. Like, it goes into my direction a little bit and then just goes the opposite direction. And it's like the entry is just horrible. And I saw this, like, I saw us making a fair value gap, retracing into it, and then seeing bearish reactions out of it. I thought this was gonna be, it's gonna play out, but 9 a.m. candle dropped. It was bullish news. I guess I need to wait for every news to drop. And look at that, we just took out buy side liquidity. We were just completely wrong entering this gap now. I don't know. I really don't know. This one was weird. This one's confusing. We have 5 minutes of tea right here, but it really is confusing. I don't know. You just completely reverse. I don't know, man. I don't know. Today is what? Today's Thursday. Tomorrow I still will be open to trade. I don't know if it's a good idea because we just lost back-to-back days. And we're on a 5-trade losing streak. We lost 220 on the live. I was risking 250. So in total we lost about, 220 plus 57. So we lost about 957 across 2 accounts. Well, this actually isn't money anymore, so I can really just say I lost this because this is actual money. And the money I was making or losing on the live, it was actually money. So, but I was still, in the past, when I was on Combine, I was still saying I lost or made a certain amount, whatever happened that day. So, I think just everything's coming down on me right now. Like, if I'm thinking of, like, outside the charts, on the charts, it's like everything's, I think I'm being tested right now. Just like a couple months ago. Similarly, like right now, off the charts, I feel really sick. Not really sick, but like I'm getting sick, and I'm pretty sick. I had 2 tests this week that I had to grind for. I have 3 tests next week that I still have to grind for, like right now, so I can prepare, like, because it's a less than a week away, and then not doing well on the charts. Losing 5 trades in a row. And yeah, that's a lot. Being sick already is just like, when you're sick, you don't feel like doing anything. And I'm trying to push myself. Also, like, pushing myself to the gym still, even if I feel this way. And then on top of that, I gotta worry about getting a certain amount of calories / meals in, because I'm trying to bulk up right now. So it's like, a lot of things, and I can't really afford to be sick right now. It's just like, I'm trying to be at my top of my game right now. I'm trying to be locked in, and being sick kind of like disturbs that. And on top of that, not doing well on the charts, where this is like one of the most, this is the most important thing in my life right now. This is like my top priority. I'm trying to get down, and the results are just not showing, and it can be hard. But how am I gonna respond? I wrote in my journal yesterday, like, how am I gonna respond to this? When I'm faced with adversity, uncertainty. When I went on a 3 winning streak. Geez, I can't talk. Let me get a sip of water. I'm gonna try to make this rant short. But when I'm faced with adversity like this, how am I gonna respond? How am I gonna persevere? These is where the moments, like, build you as just a person. So I'm gonna just keep pushing forward. Nothing's gonna stop me. Not a damn, like, flu or me being sick is not gonna stop me. I'm still gonna do my daily habits every single day. And the market or whoever can try to bring me down, but it's gonna take more than that. Believe me. So, very tough spot right now in my life, but I think we're just in a retracement, life is in an uptrend, and I think we're just in a little retracement right now. We're just in a little bit of dip. So that breakthrough is gonna come. You never know when your breakthrough comes if you just give up. So I'm never gonna give up. I'm gonna keep my head down. See what I can do better. Control what I can control. Focus on 1% better every day. Just because we lose a trade doesn't mean, just because we lose a trade, we can't let it, like, spiral and then get worse, Like, yeah, I lost this trade, but it'll be worse if I revenge traded, over leveraged, and all that. But I know I will balance back from this. This is just a very hard time to go through, but I will be back, and I'll look back on this like I have before, and so I'm gonna leave it on that. God bless, and never give up. I'm never gonna give up, and yeah. God bless.